The Synaxis for this year, 2017, for the HOTCA Synod of North America took place here at the new Metropolis Center in Cobleskill, New York. Through the grace of God, this building was purchased in time for the Synaxis. It is perfect for such a gathering. The total area includes 9,000 square feet, many rooms, and facilities to be able to hold such a clergy synaxis. It's a parking lot is very large and fits many cars. As you can see, it is still being fixed up. There's a lot that has to be done to make this truly a Metropolis Center. Plans are to establish a publishing house here. Of course, the offices where records for the Metropolis can be held. Thank God, many lay people have volunteered to come and help here at the Metropolis Center. This year we were blessed to have the 5 Metropolitans of our Holy Synod: Metropolitan Demetrius, Metropolitan Moses, Metropolitan Photius of Demetrias, Greece, Bishop Auxentius and Bishop Chrysotheros, along with Father George Camberidis, guiding this synaxis and giving us God-fearing instruction. The synaxis lasted 2 days, and we heard many reports and talks. There was ample time to ask questions. Metropolitan Demetrius spoke about attacks from the right and the dangerous nature of pride over being correct. This talk was recorded and the video will be posted shortly. Metropolitan Photius reported on the activities of our Holy Synod in Greece, and Metropolitan Moses and Deacon Paraskevas reported on the various activities in Toronto. Bishop Auxentius gave us a detailed report on the construction and activities of St. Photius Theological School.
Up to speed if their vocabulary is lacking and so on.
There's a question we have to...
Yeah.
Your Grace,
yes.
If a potential student from a foreign country wants to study, is he able to get a student visa to study at the seminary?
Right now, no. Within the next year, I expect so. We're in the process of applying for that. Licensure held us up for that. So it's called what, an F1 visa, I believe. What is it, a student visa? Anyway, our students, I think. At any rate, yeah, we do not have the authority yet to issue such a document. God willing, we certainly will have it in time. We thought actually that our first tier of accreditation was necessary for that. That is candidate status, which gives us Title IV funding. But in fact, we can apply for it. We just learned even not having that yet because we have licensure in California, which is an accreditation process in and of itself. It was actually a lot more rigorous than we expected. You in New York have an even more rigorous accreditation process for the state of the state, or licensure process for the state for the sake of the state. At any rate, so we are going to be applying for that, but God willing, I think within the next year we should have it, assuming there are no hitches that we have not yet learned of. Father Christos.
Yes, what accommodations do you have to enable married students to come and study there, particularly if they have children already?
Yeah, it starts getting a little more difficult. All that we have said in our catalog and all that we've told the state is that we assist such people in trying to find local housing. So we don't have a building of our own. God willing, someday our benefactors will actually help us to do such a thing, actually purchase, a residence that we could put married housing and dedicate to married housing.
Father Panayotis spoke on the theology of the false council of Crete. Father Maximus gave us a report on the missionary endeavors in Guatemala and in Cuba.
With the new calendar, and for the feast day of the translation of the relics of Saint Ignatius the God-bearer, which is just a few days later. So it's providential that the feast days of the two missions that we have down in Guatemala are so close to each other. So this way the Metropolitan can go down, other people can go down and be there for the entire time. In other words, for both feast days. So how are we running the mission down there? What is the practical way in which we're able to function? The Hermitage of St. Ignatius is conceived not just as a monastery, and by monastery I meant in the first place a place where I can go and have quiet and say my prayers. It's also conceived of as an outreach to other people, an outreach to the local community in order to present orthodoxy to them. This, of course, is a phenomenon which we have not just in Guatemala, but actually throughout the Orthodox world, that Orthodox monasteries function not only as monasteries, but on Sundays and on feast days they function as parishes.
Reports were also given on the mission in Georgia, on prison ministry, and on St. Xenia's camp. The main room in the Metropolis Center is able to fit a large crowd of people, and to have classes here, to have lectures, and of course to have meetings. The clergy, in between the various talks and presentations, were able to take a break and have something to eat. The ladies set up a very, very nice buffet area where the clergy were able to help themselves during the breaks to keep up their energy. And as you can see, it was well stocked. As usual, our ladies prepare more food than can possibly be consumed by 3 times the amount of people.
You'll see the cars there. That is ours.
Okay, good.
This is just one of many, many rooms in this 9,000 square foot facility.
Even the travel from California is...
It was a great blessing to be present at the Synaxis this year. There were about 35 hierarchs, priests, and deacons present. The Synaxis concluded with great festivities for the feast of St. John of San Francisco at the monastery of St. John, with many people coming from all over, mostly the eastern part of the United States.
What's your distance to Montreal?